And hello everybody, welcome to the second video of the series. I'm wearing glasses today because it is just really bright, so I'm not trying to be cool. I hope you don't mind, otherwise I'd be squinting at you for the entire video. I thought that would be a little bit distracting. So, change. We talked about the wave yesterday. Now there are different types of changes, and I thought it may be helpful to address this. So obviously the wave is like a tsunami, and you get on your surfboard, you turn around, and then you go and go and go, and one of the things you don't want to do is get off. You can't stop in the middle of a backflip, right? If you're standing on your surfboard, you have to go back to the end, to your goal. Otherwise, you're going to get smashed against the rocks. So you stay on this. Now, there's a different type of change that is quite similar. It is just a little bit darker. While you have the wave, it is really exciting. It can be really exhilarating. If it works, it's just something that you're going to be talking about to your relatives, to your friends for years to come. Now, this other change isn't quite that exciting, but it is also one where you cannot get off. It is like a firewalk in a way. You know, there are things that could burn you. There are things that could be dangerous, but you cannot look at them. You have to look at your goal. You have to keep going. You do not look right. You do not look left. You just keep going, and keep going until you're there. And that is also something where you do not want to look down and wait for your feet to sizzle. You do not want to stop. You do not want to sit down. You just keep going. Now there's a different type of change, which is more like a meandering stream, you know, where you should be looking left and you should be looking right, because that is what the change wants to show you. The change wants to show you what's there. It wants to show you all the different sites, the different things you can use, the people you could collaborate with, the animals that could bring something to you instead of being a competition, the plants that are actually really beautiful. There are different types of things that you can use in that environment. So you do want to stop. You do want to sit down and take in what is there. Right? And then there's a different type of change. There is, for example, the labyrinth. And you walk forward and you hit a wall, and you turn to the right and you hit a wall again. You turn to forward again and you hit a wall again. You turn to the left and you hit a wall again. And at some point you can walk a little bit and then you hit a wall again. And it can be really, really frustrating. But the whole point is you cannot stop, because if you sit down at that point, you will never get there. If you go over the same territory again and again and again, hoping that something will change, you will never get there. But if you change your approach, if you change your direction, if you change how you do things, and keep going and keep going and keep going, you will eventually get out and you will eventually get to your paradise. So it's really important to know which type of change you're in order to adjust your approach on how you deal with it. So any change that you are in at the moment, what type of change is it? Is it more like the wave that could be really exhilarating if you did your homework, if you got that surfboard, if you got these surf instructions, or can you maybe wing it? Or is it more like a firewalk where you don't really need any kind of special skills? You just have to keep going and look at your goal, and you cannot sit down because otherwise you're going to get burnt. Or is it like a meandering stream where the whole purpose is that you sit down and look around? Or is it like a labyrinth where you just have to keep going, change your approach, and just be determined? What type of change is it? So I hope this was helpful today. And if you haven't signed up to the mastermind yet, it is at bit.ly/G10 mastermind. The link will be somewhere on the message that got you here. And I hope to see you there. See you tomorrow.